going on, everyone? Today I'm going to change the shocks on this Wltoys 244016 buggy. I picked it up a while back, did a test video on it, and yeah, it comes with some non-oil filled shocks, so we're going to throw in some injoras. These are the least expensive, probably the best option oil filled shocks available. Let's take them out of the package. Here's the shock bodies. Come with spare springs as well. And here's all the mounting hardware. Really nice mounting hardware, actually. So the stock setup has a ball stud, which you remove with a 3mm driver. I find these injora sets are really good. I'm not sponsored by Injora, but you know, these come with all the small nut drivers, so I find this set's really good. It's really inexpensive. So yeah, this is a 3mm, so I'm just gonna remove these. For the lower part of the injora shock, it does not come with the ball stud installed, so you take the smallest of the two ball studs. That's what it looks like there. And you just pop it in to the bottom of the shock. The quality of the machining is really nice. That's the bottom spring perch. I'm taking the springs off right now and I'm gonna put in some 25 weight oil. I got some old 25 weight oil from Associated. I'm gonna use up some of my old stuff. This is the old bottles, really old. It turns out they come with a little bit of oil inside, if you can see that, but we'll drain it out and put some 25 in. The nice thing is they have bleed holes at the top of the shock, so they bleed out, you don't get any air inside. That's kind of nice. They feel excellent. They're super smooth. So on the top of the shock, there's this little ball stud here with a rubber O-ring, front and back. You can see the rubber O-ring. I don't know if you can see that. And yeah, you got this longer hardware here. You just thread it in, and there's also a nut that goes on the back side. So actually, the nut they give you is probably for the carbon fiber shock towers, because this longer hardware threads right to the end of this stock shock tower. So yeah, just thread that in, 2 O-rings, 1 ball stud, and we're installed. One side feels a lot better already. Here it is here with 2 O-rings. You can see that there. Here's a pretty good example. Front shock's installed with oil, rear shock's not installed yet. Watch when I push this down. See how the back end just hops? There's no oil, no damping. The front, very much controlled. Push down once, it returns. Oh yeah, also, I put the stiffer springs that come in the package on the front. I would just go ahead and do that. This is 25 weight oil. However, even if you put 10 or 15, maybe the light springs will be okay, but I had to preload them all the way. The shocks were sagging too much, so I would just go ahead and put the stiffer, like I said, and yeah, we'll move on to the rear now. The back has the 3mm ball studs top and bottom, so just go ahead and remove those, and also keep them, because projects in the future, it's always nice to have this stuff. So I've installed the stiff spring in the rear, all the ball studs, the O-rings, the hardware on the lower, and we'll put this guy on now. Check this out. Super dampened now. It's so much better. Feels like a 1/10 buggy for sure. So nice. So if you think about it, this buggy was about $60 RTR from AliExpress, from Wltoys. 60 to 80 bucks for my Aussie homies. Somebody in the comments let me know that it's around $80. So still a great deal. The Micro B is so much more. But I would say if you are going to buy this Wltoys buggy, I would just go ahead and order the injora shocks. You know, it's gonna improve it so much more. So yeah, definitely like another 30 bucks add-on, and I would say it'll make this thing so much better. So awesome. Let's get the battery in and test it out. Really happy with it. Also, check this out. So much more hardware. Exclude this section here. Exclude this section here, but it comes with so much extra hardware. So it's excellent too if you are into mini crawlers. It's often the same size. So great. We got some extra parts. We got some ball studs. Comes with extra everything, extra springs. Buggy's dialed now in terms of damping. and I think it's going to handle so much better. Next upgrade, I think I'm going to do servo and servo saver. I think there's too much play in the front end, maybe the bell crank. But as we move up upgrading, we're going to get close to the price of a Micro B, but we're still going to be better off because it's going to be better upgrades than comes stock on the Micro B. So yeah, move forward. So far the injora shocks fit, no problem. And in terms of hardware, you need a 3 mil, you need a 1.27 mil Allen key. You might need some pliers, you're going to need some shock oil, and that's about it. Yeah, so perfect. Let's take this thing out for a run.